T-minus 5 minutes. T-minus 4 minutes. T-minus 3 minutes. T-minus 5 minutes. T-minus 4 minutes. T-minus 3 minutes. T minus 2 minutes. T minus 1 minute. T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds.
And we are live. What is up, everybody? See the camera. Wait, we can't see Sean. He's off camera. Sorry. Gonna lock the camera here.
Nope. Now you got Jag off. There you go, right there.
Hey. There we go.
Perfect.
Hey, 2 weeks off. That's what happens. What is up, guys? Welcome back. Had a couple weeks off. Q's eyes better this week.
Yeah, man. I'm good. I had to bounce back. Yes, sir. Get myself back together, you know.
Jim, how you doing?
Doing just peachy.
Sean joined us again tonight. Second time on the show.
Yep.
And defensive captain Jack. Forgot your last name for some reason. Richards. It's been a long day.
Jay
And,
Rich.
Jashawn's girl, Brooklyn in the back. She's too scared to get on camera. So.
Shout out to Brooklyn.
Q, where can they find us?
Find us on Twitter at FW_Wolverines. FW_Wolverines, yeah. And then we got 2 Facebook pages, Fort Wayne Wolverines. We got a TikTok now, FW_Wolverines on TikTok. We got a few videos too, so
Yes,
you know,
sir.
hit them likes and all that. You know, mess with us. Then we on Twitter, FW_Wolverines too. So
Sweet. Lots of stuff to talk about since we didn't have a show last week. And recap week 2 versus the Cutters. Going to that game, the Cutters said they were going to win by 10. That did not happen, fortunately.
yeah, they owner.
Yeah.
Well, so per se, they said the guy's not affiliated with him no more, but it's his fault because he brought the smoke early, and we had to clear that smoke and send the smoke back to him. So, and that's what we did. We took care of business. So.
Rough start in the first half. You guys looked like Terry came out in the second half and let loose.
You
And
lit them up after that.
Yeah, man, we had to get our mojo going. It was our second week in a row trying to, you know, figure things out. But I think once we hit our stride, we got it going. But from start, our defense dominated. Like,
Oh yeah.
they couldn't handle
beginning. Yeah, it was over.
the number one D. They couldn't handle them. A lot of teams can't, but Cutters definitely couldn't. And it was, offense. We were struggling a little bit, but that's why you have a football team. So both sides of the ball can, be, elite. And our defense showed they was elite, and we got it together in the second half, got it going. So
Definitely one of the top defenses in the league. Allowed only 3 points in 3 games. Offense has forced 100 points in 3 games, so that's pretty good.
for sure.
So, Jim, what are your thoughts? That week 2 game versus
Yeah.
the Cutters.
This planning, mental preparation, I think that was probably the thing. Hydration. I think the players looked past the hydration part, believe it or not. That was probably the most important part that we saw. And then
Jim, what are your thoughts? Week 2 game.
we're young. A lot of vets, but still young at heart. So I think they got to have that instinct to do the game, to take over that game and suffocate the opponent. And not let them come back out. That's the key. If we can do it at an earlier stage, I think we could be a lot more dominant than what we are, other than trying to come back, in the third quarter
Yeah.
and see our wrongs. We did check and correct everything we had going on, but I think we should be able to fundamentally take over a game from the start, conquer what's needed to be done, rotate in, sub in, whatever we got to do, and then just keep going. I think we got to learn to be able to put that foot on the neck type thing.
Yeah, definitely don't. Like a lot of teams let up after they get ahead, but I mean, I've always been the one to think just keep. I mean, if they're going to score 60 points, why stop at 20?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
True.
Foot on neck vibe for sure.
So if you try and go to you try and get in that tournament afterwards, a 20-point game could hurt you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like college, computer rankings. So you got to jump up, score, and if you're supposed to beat this team by 30, you got to beat them by 35. If not, you actually drop down in ranking. So you got to be there.
Right.
Yeah.
Omni-Pro's in the chat again.
Yeah.
He said he's
What's up, Omni Pro?
I'd make sure he can hear us.
Jack, how you feel about the Cutters game, man?
I felt good about it as far as our performance on defense. For me personally, I don't talk very much until it's game time,
Sure.
but I love being underestimated. I love being trash talked down to, because it just fuels my fire. And
Sure.
I think a lot of guys, that really feeds the defense,
Yeah, dude.
I didn't play. Kayvon wasn't there this week at the Panthers, and just the emotion wasn't there, until we got some more of the vets that showed up late. We got clicking, got rolling, got the intensity, got the emotion out there, and I think that's really what we strive on.
For sure. J Money.
The Cutters game, it was offense. We was struggling bad. It was looking rough, and I don't know if it was just like they were just doing a lot. Like they were sitting the house on us. Like the first play, I remember we ran like a 54 or something like that, and they sent everybody. And I remember as a linebacker, me and him at the line of scrimmage, and I was like, I wasn't used to that. I was like, okay. So then they kind of switched it up on us a lot, and they was giving our center all types of problems. They was yelling at him, like fake flinching at him, all that. So we overcame that in the second half. And once we figured out what they was doing, and we started putting points on the board, they started backing off. That's when they kind of let their guard down, and that's when we really got the punch in the mouth.
Right. Yeah, and they pretty much shut up after that.
Yeah. After the first score, it was pretty much, yeah. And their offense couldn't score after that. Yeah, it was pretty much over.
It's always fun to
We overcame that in
make
the
them
second.
quiet.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's the best part of it, when they're talking all that smack and then you come out and score on them and they don't know what to do. They even had some fans over there trying to talk all kinds of smack even when they were down 18-0.
Yeah.
Man, that's the fan in them. They support their team all the way through.
Super fans.
Even when they get
You
crushed.
can't knock them. That's
Yep.
that's a good following when you get out there and you hear your fans, whether you're losing or winning, still support you. That's
Fight till the end.
Yeah.
But in semi-pro, in NFL, I mean, 18 points is a matter of a minute and a half. That's what I
That's the
think.
fan.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Onside kick, lucky interception. I mean,
yep.
That can
so
change.
really 18 points is a cushion, but it's not a big cushion. I mean,
Yeah,
like you said, that can change, and that's only 3 scores. You know,
2 scores.
2 scores.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have 3 scores, but I mean, you have 2 scores pretty quick. And you get that momentum change, and all of a sudden we could be really in trouble.
Yeah.
And that's where, I think, when we were subbing in and stuff, trying to get things locked in, I know we've been trying to bring up some players that have been agitated because they're not seeing the field as much, but, they've got to be able to dig down deep. And this week here, no exception, you're going to put out the animals out there. I think they got to feed. So,
Yeah, right.
that's where, I think,
Definitely agree with that.
Defense did their thing the last 3 weeks, man. They defense is just dangerous,
Yeah,
boy.
it's stout, man.
Yeah.
It was hot that day though.
Against the
Cutters
Panthers?
game?
Oh,
Cutters game?
yeah, Cutters, yeah.
Carter's game was hot.
Hot.
Like,
Hey, the thing about that though is everybody's hot.
yeah.
You know what
I was
so I mean that's all in your head, man.
Yeah.
If you're prepared, it's just all in
Yeah.
your head.
but that's why we dig into y'all about hydrating. And all that
Hydrating was
stuff.
key that day.
But I'll tell you this: compared to our first year with last year's team to this year, we more in shape. I think at least. I think we more in shape this year because like we of course we younger, but like I think we more in shape even with the vets. Like it's a lot of y'all. I don't see a lot of like hovering over, hands on your knees or nothing like that.
Yeah.
Like everybody pretty much sucked it up and like it's time to ball type situation.
I know that Cutters game. It was hotter than heck outside.
It
Man,
was tough.
I don't think the defense is in any better shape than we were last year. I think with the added players that we got coming in there, I think that's helped us out. Because one thing in practice, man, we ran.
Yeah.
We had to run. And we encouraged it. But, this year, I think we've got more role players than we do actually, some ballers out there. We're trying to get some organized defense. Last year, we sent the house. I sent the house all the time last year. Juan's more composed. That's a develop. But, when we got to send him, we got to send him. So, that's a key thing that, these young guys, I don't think you understand, excuse me, that you got to start on Wednesday. You got to start hitting that water. Maybe a little bit of Pedialyte here and there. You got to hit that. Because I'll tell you what, when you step on that field on Saturday, 90-some degrees and in them uniforms, that's 110 degrees easy all day.
Kayvon said, "Long sleeve me in the heat. Ain't no getting tired."
We all know that's
Crazy.
Kayvon Mojo.
Crazy.
He like that.
He'll wear a long sleeve in 200-degree weather. Kayvon don't care. Shout out to him,
Man.
man.
Hope you're feeling better, Kayvon.
For sure, man.
Look forward to seeing you back at this week.
Said, Missy, stop hating.
Don't even make me start on set.
Coach said.
Coach said.
He hates when we say that, doesn't
He
he?
needs to take the half shirt off and put on a polo. He's on the E bandwagon this week. That's his family got a touchdown. But hey, we did our thing out there. That's what matters.
Yeah,
Sure,
I did.
for sure.
Defense went crazy.
Don't think we'll see the Cutters again in the playoffs.
I don't know. You got to remember one thing.
In the South,
This is going to be the opportunity. You got to look at. I like bringing up the past, but hell, they thought Lions rode off last year, and all of a sudden they went pretty deep in it. So it only takes what time you're going to turn it up. That's how it goes.
Yeah, it'd be nice for them to knock off one of the top teams in the South. Or
Well,
whatever.
you got the tornadoes, but like Jack pointed out, we got to test them. You get in there, just like this week, we got complacent. We thought in our mind that we won the game before we got there.
I know. I was like freaking out when you said it was 3-0.
And when we heard the chant, it was very loud. And we got this, it wasn't very loud. And then all of a sudden, Jack hit everything on the head. When the vets showed up, certain ones, all of a sudden the energy boost went out the top. Things went nuts. Things started going for us. We capitalized. But the thing is, this week here, at 2 o'clock we need to be that way.
Yeah.
At 8 o'clock at night we need to be winding down because that's how it's going to be this week.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm excited.
Our heads was not in it that
No.
in the beginning. It was not.
Some of the players said something about it was a drive, but we drove up, played the Tomahawks. My motto is anything under 2 hours, 2.5 hours, we should be able to drive that. That's a typical route. But anything over that, we definitely take the bus. But it's got to be, mental. I mean, I think one thing got brought up. We sort of need to leave Fort Wayne probably around 11:15. Get up about an hour drive, get some lunch in.
Yeah, you don't want to be rushed and trying to get up there last minute.
And everybody, I'm telling you, it's a habit in Fort Wayne. Everybody wants to show it 15 minutes before game time, so we're trying to make sure that thing takes another precedent. So we're pushing.
Right. So obviously week 3, you guys played the Panthers again. Was a blowout once again. Scored 50 points. Terry was off the chain.
Well, 50 points though. You got to look at one thing. It was 3-0 up to almost
Like
halftime.
second,
So it was almost halftime. But when we come out, we started racking up the points. About 4 minutes into the third quarter, ref said we were doing a running clock. So, when you get the running clock, you're like, you're not playing the really 15 and a half anymore. A quarter, you're running probably about a 10-minute by the time, because it was running. Defense got lit. Again, the situation is, it goes back to how a coach or player, talks on a message board, stuff like that, saying, the previous post was, we did our thing, we held the 60-man team to only whatever amount of points and blah blah blah. And, that's the thing. As an owner or coach, you can't do negative spark, because what happens?
The Panthers said that.
Yeah.
They held you guys to what? Under 100
in the previous game. No, in the previous game.
Oh,
Yeah,
under
previous
50.
week.
Under 50 the previous game.
Yeah. But that's like
How many
Mizzy
scores got called back though?
like Mizzy
Yeah,
said,
it would have been like over 60.
like Mizzy said, with us, especially this year, and Jack said it, with us this year, stuff feeds us. Like you want to spark us up and you want to get us going, talk trash to us, say something out of line, or just period. We feed off energy.
Do you feel like last year you fed negatively off the energy sometimes?
No.
No. Last year we fed off energy too, but it was more so we had certain individuals that would get us
Last
going.
year was.
This year,
the underdog.
yeah. This year, and a lot of teams slept on us last year.
Yeah.
They didn't think we were that good last year. So like this
Now
year,
they know you're good.
This year we got a target on our back, and you still add fuel to the fire. And like Jack said, a lot of players feed off of that.
Yeah.
And then collectively now we have a bunch of guys that feed off of it. So like it brings us more energy and more fuel, and we turn into something different. Like, and it's different. I'll say it's definitely
So
different.
Omni Pro has a question. With the center doing really bad in the first quarter and then the change of the center, do you guys have a set depth for the center position and the rest of the line? I'm assuming he's talking about the Cutters game.
No, you're talking about both.
I
Okay.
just figured out I know who Omni Pro is now. I ain't gonna say who it is. I know who it is now.
I like his questions. He's got
Yeah,
some
but
good
the thing
questions.
is, Omni Pro, we definitely have a jersey waiting for you. The center spot's always open. And so the thing is, when we were sitting there, and a little bit of a center situation, but you got to look at it again. That's just there's a lot of versatile. I played center for a lot of years, so grass height, ruts, things like that. Trying to listen to cadence calling out different plays, so you definitely want to make sure that it's definitely taken care of. But on the same note, there's not too many times in my semi-pro career, that you're going to have 2 to 3 centers. You're not going to have 2 or 3 quarterbacks. That's a good thing to have. So
You may have somebody else that can play quarterback, or
yeah,
or somebody else that can be on the line, but they're not specifically
yeah.
quarterbacks. Because Terry's the starting quarterback, obviously, and then
it's
you got
about-
David.
It's about comfortability too. Like the quarterback got to be comfortable. The rest and the center is like the captain of the O line. So like how he moves is kind of how the line moves.
Yeah.
So if he out of whack, pretty much
The whole
everything
way
else
about it.
will be. So it's just about comfortability, and like with the offense, we just try to. We got a lot of depth, and we know that. And you know what I'm saying, our motto is, we're gonna play the best. And whoever got their mojo working and whoever doing their job, that's who's gonna play.
Omni said you can say it. He's not hiding it.
Mhm.
Who he is.
No, I know. We know who he is, but we keep
But-
that.
but-
we keep that in house.
But the thing is, if you don't have depth, and then you're gonna get frustrated.
for sure.
Yep.
So now the opportunity, the running backs. Jay Sean sitting right here, but I mean, you could have him have a bad day. You know, you might not have the game, and all of a sudden he's just got to be honest with himself. And well, that's why we're sitting at 4 or 5 backs, because we want that opportunity. DNs, we just talking about that before we come on camera. We got some DN depth, but again, you know, the starter or whoever starts the game, I should say, if he's not up to par that game, you know, he's got to pull himself out. That's a coach's job. That's not the player. So you know, you can rotate centers, and the starting center could be whoever, but maybe in the third quarter or something, he figures out his mojo, he figures out his thing, gets a little swag, all of a sudden he starts snapping great.
For sure.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That first preseason game, I got pulled, but I wasn't doing nothing.
Yeah.
You know what it did? It pissed me off.
Yeah.
Second half, I got back in, did my thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again,
Motivation.
it is.
That's all it takes.
Some people motivate differently, you know.
Energy, man. Like,
Yeah.
But some people also on the opposite. You got to know. You got to look at it. Some people don't know how to take the position that you're could be put in.
yeah.
So a lot of people think in their mind, you know,
Position they're accustomed to.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I played this in high school. Well, you know, you put on 25 more pounds, you're a little bit slower. You know, running back, natural feed goes to a linebacker. Linebacker goes down to D tackle. That's just a natural feed there. The thing is, you know, sometimes a little bit of humiliation on an individual's part actually goes a long way to make you understand that, hey, you know, you are sick of this depth chart.
I'm like you said, I'm a testament to that. Like, I started off semi-pro. I was fresh out of college. I'm coming in, man, I'm running back, bro. You ain't gonna tell me no different. But I was playing running back at 190. I come to the Cardinals my first year. I'm 240, 260. Then bulk up to almost 300, bro. Like, you going to fullback or you going to the line? I ain't never played line, so I asked Minzy, hey, bro, can I play fullback? Ain't never played that before either. You just gotta adjust with, you know, what your body and what your body telling you to do. And it worked out for me. Like,
But your
shoot.
mind.
Yeah. And you gotta mentally shift your mind and study and, you know, do all that extra stuff. Yeah, so that's what I did, and it worked out for me.
It boils down to the coaches are going to put you in a position to win.
For sure.
I mean, you still got to make the play, but they're going
Yeah.
to put you in a position to have the best chance to make that play.
For
like
sure.
Lawan, during that Cutters game, they're in the double tight end, all that. Well, he moved me to the inside instead of playing heads up on that tight end. I mean, Quay ate a lot of blocks,
Yeah.
but I got a lot of tackles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All about adjustment.
It's everybody doing their job.
Yeah.
And me listening to the coach, he put me in the best position for our defense and what they were showing us and giving us. And I mean, it worked out.
I tell a lot of my D tackles, I said there's 2 D tackles in life. There's a Warren Sapp, there's a Saragusa. You know, if you want to be the Saragusa, we're going to tie up 2 guys. Linebacker's got to do his job. Or you're going to try to be the Warren Sapp who breaks that tackles, or breaks that offensive line, goes in and make a tackle. But the thing is, it's a role. You got to make sure you know your role. The thing is, if you don't do it, whether it's a running back, that, I mean, I was just having a conversation tonight, talking to the guy at work about it. It's like, you know, when you're running a 50 and your line blocks for a 50 and your running back gets outside, you know, that's on that running back.
Yep.
Because that hole is intended for that spot. Now, is it your job to get out there? Now, we have designated holes. We don't have this, you know, read option type stuff.
Yeah.
You know, but again, you know, I mean, I talked to you, you know, I mean, I said, man, Jay Sean, what you doing? If you slow up, they're gonna hit you. But as you start seeing it, your motor starts running. I see your eyes get a little more fierce, running through these tackles. You know, if you learn to deliver the hit versus accept it, life's a lot better.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, no matter where you're at in life, it's a lot better. Especially in football, if you're gonna absorb it, you're gonna get ran over quite a bit.
My favorite running back of all time said it best. Marshawn Lynch. Run through a MF face, and you ain't gotta worry about him no more. That's it.
Yeah, you told me on my 2-point, you're like, because I hesitated when I got it, because I was waiting on Fikes to pick who was he going to hit, because I was going to hit the next person. And so I was kind of like, okay, where's he going? Then he went, and so then I just piled through. And then you were like, nah, don't wait, just run through. Like, run through him.
Yeah.
Luckily, I still was able to run through him and get the conversion or whatever, but...
So you got a 2-point, and E got the 2-point. I thought it was a touchdown. Like when I saw the
No,
video.
we celebrate like it was a touchdown.
Yeah, that was one of them. What they call them, one shining moments of the season.
Yeah.
For E, and for the team period. Because like if everybody know E, then that was a one shining moment. He
That was
talked
like
so
Rudy,
much
like a Rudy
and stuff
Goldberg
like
type.
that.
It was like a Rudy.
For him to get that, bro, for it to go the way it did,
Yeah.
it was big. So, we had a question too, like, from Mr. Beast.
Oh, I'm
Beast
sorry.
Machine?
Yeah, I forgot he asked a question.
Go ahead, Brian.
Do you feel your quarterback is comfortable and that's why his number gets better every week?
Oh,
Definitely.
Terry is comfortable.
No,
Definitely.
I really don't think that. I think Terry's comfortable, but I think Terry now has realized if you take Terry from 7 years ago when I coached offense and he coached offense too, Terry tried to throw 150 yards downfield. Now he's understanding that you can throw a 1 yard pass and still get credit for 85-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
So like he told me, to him the game slowed down a little bit. You know, like
Once you have trust,
yeah.
this is the trust.
Yeah, and to piggyback what Mizzy said, compared to like Terry, I'll even go back 2 years ago. Like his confidence and the people that believed in him on the sideline was different too. Because in semi-pro, you learn quick that if you're not hitting right away, they're gonna be like, bro, get him out. Like that's just semi-pro life. Like now this year, he had his struggles and stuff like that early, but we still kind of pushed him confidently, like, hey, bro, you gonna get it, you gonna figure it out, this and that. And once I think he realized that, and like, okay, they really behind me, it clicked. Even when he was in the competition, and we did that for all the quarterbacks, not just him. It was every quarterback that got in, bro. Find your stride, figure it out, and we behind you. And once he figured it out, he balling. So
But he also one thing positive about him, he takes ownership what he does.
He does.
The next thing, I know everybody says it and you do it, but you gotta forget. You gotta forget what happened 40 seconds ago.
Yep.
You gotta get back up underneath that center, throw that ball again, and get it done. One thing I tell about him from years past is that he's getting more. He's actually looking elusive. He's rotating around. He's actually starting to read the field a little better.
He was scrambling. I was shocked.
Yeah, he took off of that 40. I said, hold on.
He's scrambled a lot. I've seen him take off a lot of times this year.
But the thing is, he wouldn't have done that years past because he didn't trust what he had. And the thing is, that's just been us with Terry as a group. The thing is, he used to want to see the guys, the white of his eyes, they would say, and throw the ball. Now he's got to believe that when he releases that ball, that them guys going to be there. That head's going to snap around them gloves. The running backs. He's very competitive and he does get a little bit loud. I think this week we're going to put some duct tape on him. Besides that, I think he'll be good.
He looks so comfortable back there when he's back there. He doesn't seem like he's stressed out. Just watching him from the sideline, so I think he,
I like his swagger, man. He got his swagger. He get his Conor McGregor strut on and all that. I like it, bro. He come with that swag, man. Like I said, as a QB, bro, you gotta have swagger. You gotta be able to,
brush it off and
keep that, on the straight path. So I like where he at. And
Kayvon said he'll play defensive end.
Kayvon want to play everything.
Yeah, he want to play everything.
Kayvon gonna play water boy this week.
We're gonna bring you a wooden spoon, Kayvon.
He ain't going for that. I can tell you that now. He'll duct tape his lip
he better have some hits this week, and I haven't seen him hit nobody in last 3 games. Well, he wasn't there last week.
You like that when you elite and they won't even throw or
they won't even throw his way.
He's been getting soft lately.
Oh man,
that's my defense. I'm allowed to say it, so nobody else can.
Kevon, they said you getting soft, bro. I know the vibe, so
I know what's happening.
I'm just gonna let that ride. I'm gonna let Mizzy hold that one.
I'm gonna tell you, you gotta look at one thing.
True, Omni Pro, true.
I think Jack is going to express the best out of anybody. When you, even as a DN for Jack, you can count on that linebacker, know where his spot's at. You ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that we're doing this year more so is these guys are having trust.
Yeah.
Last year we had it, but we blitzed a lot, so you didn't have to worry about the trust as much.
Mm-hmm.
This year, you getting called out. When I moved to the head coaching spot, I'm helping on both sides. I'm calling out, hey, this guy's getting lazy. This wide receiver's not running his route.
Yeah.
Q ain't got time for that stuff, man. The line ain't got time for it. Mm-hmm. So when they already know. Back in the day when I just pointed at them, the fellas knew they just went straight to the sidelines because you gotta have that respect, and that's where it's at. And Jack from over the sideline talked to me. what are you doing? What are you doing? Sometimes I just want to see how they're going to act with another DN in there. How's that tackle going to do? If he's getting lazy, we'll bring the house on him a couple times. It's all about what you're going to do and how you're going to perform.
Right.
Whether running back, Q and I was looking at film. I said, man, I think some of these plays running backs are too far back. And we don't need to bring up no names, but some running backs when they get the ball, they want to still read. We got one type of offensive line. We trying to attack the hole. Yeah. So you're going to read a slight bit, but that hole, 1,001, 1,002. As a lineman, I'm looking backwards like, where the hell did he go? And all of a sudden, bam, there he is. So sometimes, we got to understand what it needs to get to that point. That's the hardest thing.
Then you got them like Omni said, you got them 4, 6, 8 monsters.
LB and Tariq and
as a running back, you got to find that real quick, because they out front and they
and
it's
they're
a scary
fast.
sight.
Some of the blocking, I think you followed one of the plays that you were running that they were blocking for you.
Oh, the preseason game.
I wish we had that highlight right now, because man, that was a beautiful scene.
I don't have any highlights from that game.
I got it on my phone. But that toss play. Yeah,
that was 2 6-8 cats running.
I have a highlight video from week 2. I haven't got done with all the video from week 3 or week 2, week 1, not week 2.
Yeah, you take let's be real. You got 700 pounds coming around a corner in the sun, and the sun turned into shade.
Ain't too many people in front of that.
I got my camera on going like, man, I hope they understand that I'm on the sidelines.
Man.
And hear the safety go, what the hell is this?
Hang on, Beast Munchie. I'll get that question in a minute.
You see, at the end, though, when you finished the run, it was... Fights were not to do. He was just like, bro, you got it, bro. He not jumping in front of that.
He moved out the way.
Lou said, "Tell Q I'm switching my spot to RB."
Who said that?
Oh my goodness.
Lucas, Ron. And then question from Munchie, Machine, not Munchie. I'm hungry. Sorry, I keep thinking Munchies. Mr. Beast Munchie. The receivers look like they have the trust in the system, not a lot of crybabies on the offensive side. Everyone on offense looks like a family having fun. How, as a team, did that come together?
I'll take that question. But I'll say this, from day one, I, as a coach, and well, I'll say we, because we all did it. Me, Coach T, Mizzy, everybody, we implemented a type of system to where we all are elite, and we all know that we could catch the ball, be dominant, and do things with the ball. It's a matter of when you get your opportunity, make the most of it. Yeah. Our type of offense, we quick, we fast, and we're gonna get that ball out. So the like I said, the fact of the matter is, you get that ball in your hands, be elusive with it, catch it, run, get your yardage, we back to the line, and we rocking. And we got, like I said before, we got depth. So when you come in, it's your show. Do your thing. So, and then what we wanted to encourage too was get behind everybody. Like, I think a lot of times in semi-pro, I mean, you see it in the NFL too. You got these prima donna receivers. They make it 30, 40 million. They want the ball every time. It's not like that. And it's especially semi-pro, because we're not getting paid at all. But I said that's the type of attitude I used. I said we can't be prima donna on this team. Everybody is elite. So when you get your chance, make the most of it. And then when your brother get his chance and he make the most of it, you on the sideline, you encourage him. And that's how you just keep the tide rolling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think really on top of that, go back to our first podcast when we were talking about it. It said that you could take the top 7 or 8 receivers, they can start somewhere else. I think when you have that type of personality, they are there trying to outperform when they get in. So if they only get opportunity for 6 plays, they got to make them 6 plays work.
Yep.
The one thing is, the receiver core that we have is really, really young.
Yeah.
So you don't have the veterans. The veterans are the ones that are outspoken on the team.
For sure.
So with that being said, they actually don't give us no slack or no smile until at the end of the game. Yeah. So when they do it, they get upset. But it's the youth, I think, that part. That's why they're quiet.
Yeah, and I think too, everybody's buying in because
They are.
they see we winning. You know, everybody's happy on the sideline. We encouraging this and that. And I mean, as coaches, we do some yelling, but pretty much you know what I'm saying, we pretty much laid back. We try to, you know, talk first before we get in your you know what. But
Right.
you know what I'm saying, and I think a lot of players, especially the young guys, aren't used to that. You know, think about it in high school, college, stuff like that.
Make a mistake, they're in your
Coaches
face.
on you, like they
Yeah.
cussing you out and
Yeah.
stuff like
Quick.
that. They said I can send you back home, this and that. I got 10 of you here. We try to take a different approach. Unless we have to, you take us there, then we will.
I do.
But
I take it straight.
Mizzy
Yeah,
does.
Mizzy
Mizzy
goes-
take it there.
he
I'm
goes
more
straight there.
reserved. I'm more of, you know what I'm saying, what do they call it, introvert?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm more of an introvert. Mizzy gonna let you know about it. But like I said, as our coaching staff, we balance each other out. Coach T and Mizzy, they outspoken. They gonna get on you right from
I've
jump.
heard Coach T
Yeah.
in the basketball game.
Me and Lawan,
chewing some ass.
We more introvert. We may, you know, quiet it down a little bit, pull you to the side. Hey man, get it together. Da, 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 da. So
Yeah.
I think coaching staff balance each other out, and then all the players buy into the system. So
How do you get another question for from Mr. Beast Machine? How do you game plan to get all the receivers the ball the last 2 weeks? Seems like all the receivers are catching touchdowns or receptions.
Well, you got on that part. Just real jump in real quick. Is that we do, the receivers actually are on punt return and actually on kickoff return, so
yeah.
they're all touching the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, don't think it. We got to give them the ball because we definitely, if they're not up to that standard, they're not going to get the ball. I mean, they got to understand. Some games you're going to be a role player, and
Right.
as each individual player in the wide receiver core and also the running back,
Yeah.
the more and more that they start getting recognized, the defense is going to adjust to them.
For sure.
So, you know, Nick Cook, I mean, he came in partway through the season last year, all of a sudden, shined and took off. They didn't know who he was. By the time we found out who he was already adjusted to it.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, Nick comes in here, you know, he's got David, he's got the twins, you know, I mean, he's got RJ, he's got them all. Brad, I mean,
Brad. Yeah.
so, again, I mean, you're
All
6'7", just right on the spot. And then our weapon, you know, he's our tight end still. He's out. He's ready to come back here next week or so.
And they didn't even
So,
see him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And hopefully he gets to come back the week of the Bucks game.
Shout out to Jay Wood, man.
So
Yes,
again,
sir.
you know, I think versatility. You know, some of these kids that we're seeing on this team that I thought would be like wide receivers only. Come to find out,
They-
you know, the twin played
Everywhere.
quarterback at New Haven, so he's got that experience. You know, you don't have that versatile things in a lot of teams.
Yeah.
Right, right.
So I mean, not only are we building us a foundation right now that's strong, I think we're building something for the future too.
Right. Because, you know, like we talked about earlier, teams that lose their quarterbacks and then have to rebuild in the middle, you know, have to find a replacement right away.
Cancel games, all kinds of stuff. But that's semi-pro, man, and that's why me and Mizzy said we wanted something big this year. So that's why we have 60, 70 players, or we had what, 110 contracts signed.
110 contracts.
By the time we started the season, we had 110 contracts signed.
We had
We could
113. We had
only-
113 last year.
and we could only keep 60. So it's a testament to our hard work just as an organization as a whole, and then just like I said, people buying into the system. And then we preach that we want to also get kids, you know, and people to the next level. So we the type, we want to be able to have a team 1 year, we could be fully loaded and send everybody somewhere else, like next level or something like that, and then just reload.
Right, right.
So that's our type of motto that we're on.
We've been
So.
trying to get a photographer loaded up. I mean, he's doing it up for us too.
For sure, man.
Trying to get him.
We load up on photographers too.
Yeah.
But if he starts to get real good, we're going to scratch his camera lens or something.
Right. We ain't trying to have the NFL taken from us or nothing like that.
Nah, not yet.
Speaking of that, Brian, so I haven't seen too many posts of your son out there yet. Brad.
I know, Brad Jr. Come on, Brad, step it up.
No, Brad. I think Brad gonna peak.
He had a hell of
Brad gonna peak at the right time. It's gonna be one of them things we be like, I knew this was gonna happen.
Dude, I like that. Brad is an intense dude.
Yeah, but what's
Brad,
crazy is
yeah.
what's
He's a
crazy is
intense-ass dude.
Brad
I
could
like
play
that.
anywhere on the field,
Oh, yeah.
and he gonna make an impact.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
gonna be the
That's
same.
I said, Brad, you kick
same-
off?
That's just
same
his
Brad.
niche.
It
Like
doesn't
Brad,
No, I
Brad,
said, Brad, you kick off? He goes, I'm kicking off then.
Brad kicked the ball. He kicked the ball
To the
like
end zone.
he kicked the ball last week. Buddy picked it up, caught it, whatever. He ran right and then made a little cut left. Brad hit him so
I missed
hard,
that
bro.
play, I think.
He hit him
I was
so
getting a snap.
hard,
No, last week.
and Buddy
Oh,
was like,
okay.
he got up and was like, did one. He like shook his head.
Brad ran down and hit the blocker.
Hit the
Yeah, the blocker
And the-
into the running
Hit the
back.
running back. Both of them fell down.
Yeah,
Both
both
of them
fell
fell back. Yeah,
That's
that's just the
That's just the type of
Panthers.
intensity he brings. Did he come to the sideline like nothing happened? Yeah, I did
Yeah.
that. Like that's Brad.
I will
So-
shout out for one play though. You know, you're on film. You did get pancaked. Just let you know, I'm not trying to hate on you, bro, but I did see you kind of get pancaked.
Oh yeah, on Twin J
on
touchdown.
Twin, yeah,
Yep.
Twin
Is he
touchdown.
getting
Yep.
Mrs. Butterworth the word?
Yeah, you get it this week.
I'm gonna bring a bottle of syrup to him.
Yeah, he
Oh,
got it,
man.
man. He got it. It was Twin J, and it was the ending of it. Twin J already scored. Buddy was like, man, I ain't letting him score. Hit K-Nail, bam, K-Nail. Yeah.
He's in there.
Another question: will the connection with the quarterback and the injured tight end be something special the league isn't ready for?
Oh, it's already special.
Oh
Yeah.
Terry,
It was
Terry
special.
and Jay
That's
Wood have a good
Honestly,
connection.
honestly, it's crazy that Jay Wood is not playing because I think Jay Wood would be leading all stat wise if he was because him and Terry connection is
Yeah, it was
like that.
It was tough
in the
indoors.
winter time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
Yeah,
a dome.
I think Terry took it pretty hard when he
Oh,
got
he was
injured
hot.
before
He
the
was
game.
hurt.
Yeah, he was.
And it was just a stupid accident, you know.
The thing is, though,
It's like
he
Patrick
un- he
Mahomes and
understands-
Travis
he understands what actually the tight end position is supposed to do.
for sure.
So he's down there grinding out with the guys. He's curling up in the open spot. He's doing his out, whatever. He's a very, very smart kid. He stood out. He shined. I think that's why he was chosen as a captain.
Yep.
That was
Yeah.
one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I mean, the good thing is, I think it's a positive influence.
For sure.
You don't hear nothing negative, man. It's not like my defensive players. They all like a bunch of pit bulls over there. I gotta watch them.
Come on,
Jay
Jack
Wood,
Wood,
Jay Wood is
Jack do the
a,
same thing to him. Jack,
Jay
Jack's
Wood is
already rips him
very
his neck
Oh
off.
yeah, Jack be turned up for sure.
very easygoing
Yeah.
person. Very, very respectful, and
He's like Travis
his
Kelce.
parents
for real.
raised him good, and he's a nice
Yeah,
kid.
he is.
That's literally Travis
His
Kelce.
his parents they talk to us on the regular too.
Yeah.
His parents are very involved.
When I
with
did
the
my
organization.
interview with them on my site, I messaged his dad and talked to him and
Yeah.
got some information from him. So
Yeah,
Shout out
he's
to
pretty
Jay Wood,
nice.
man. Heal up, bro. We ready for you, bro. For
I think it
real.
really keeps a lot of guys grounded.
Yeah,
He
You
does.
know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I know
That's-
I be getting carried away, and there's some other ones be getting carried away sometimes.
Yeah,
Hey, this is where I get my aggression out, man. It's either this or other stuff I used to do.
for sure.
Which we won't go into detail.
Yeah, and we'd rather have Jack here with us.
For sure.
But
Going
you know
crazy.
what though? This is why I brought it back out again with you this time. And it was the same reason I had my semi-pro team years ago. The explosion is, it's because if you can influence now 60 people, 65 people, you can influence 65 people, a couple coaches, and then you start looking up on the sidelines, and you see a lot of ladies coming out watching practice. The kids are out there bringing it back.
Yeah.
This is where we enjoy that part. We want our families to enjoy coming out to the game, understand what's going on. The fans, we love them all, but sometimes they get just as really and unruly as the damn players.
Oh, yeah.
We had
So,
to, that's
but
why we had to put that
we
put our
put
caution
put
tape
that
up.
tape.
But when we got to go out there and line that field ourselves. Jack's coming out, sweeping it up for us, man, and after we're lining that field as a team and getting a part. That's where it shows that team.
For
That
sure.
really is a true meaning there.
Yeah, for sure.
So OmniPro says, speaking of K-Nail, he hasn't done anything since his first game. Is that due to an injury?
That is a lie.
That is a
K-Nail
K-Nail doing his thing
K-Nail has
every
been
game.
balling every game. This is the thing. K-Nail brings that spark on the D-line, him and Jack. And I think what I call them, this is my new nickname for them, the Twin Towers. That's what I call them. They the Twin Towers on
Nah,
the
that's
D-line.
salt and pepper.
I like that. There we go. Salt and
Salt and
pepper.
pepper.
Shout out to Jack, new nickname, salt and pepper for him.
Salt
and
and
K-Nail.
pepper.
But no, they bring that that intensity on the D line too, and then it causes quarterbacks to step up in the pocket or get rid of the ball quick, and they don't want to get sacked. So a lot of times it's not so much of K-Nell and Jack not doing their jobs. They are doing their job. They just don't get a sack from it. They get like a forced fumble or
just because they're not getting sacks
or QB hurt. So their stats, their stats don't necessarily decline. It's just a different stat. So
if you go back,
If we get a lot of interceptions, it's probably because me and K now.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you're putting pressure on the quarterback and making bad throws.
Go back to the Lions, excuse me, Lyman Warriors. They put the running back. He was a left-handed quarterback, so he put the running back on the opposite side. So K-Nell got the tee off on it. Jack, they tried to put it on the air side, and it worked opposite ways. Jack teed off on him. The cutters, again, but the quarterbacks are starting to see it, and they're seeing how aggressive we are as a defense, and sometimes they want to read that a little bit. So then that's where we got to adjust that. So, we put some bulkier D tackles up there. Linebackers are a little bit faster. Coming downhill. So now, it's hard to miss. That's why I said that quarterback, if he's got 3 seconds, that's too long.
Right.
We got to get that changed.
For sure.
So another question from Beast Machine: is there any vets on the team offense that hasn't been respected by the league that is getting or will be getting the respect by the end of the season?
The offensive line, man, I'll tell you right now.
I think they're well respected.
I think when this is all said and done, the running backs are doing their job. Terry's doing his job, but you really got to pay the piper down and serve that O line. That this is what they're here for.
Terry's gonna have a big dinner expense when he takes those guys out to dinner.
I think the offense as a whole is gonna have a dinner expense for them, because that, and like Mizzy said, that's one element of any team in football. The O line is it. Like, they bring the thunder, the lightning, everything. So without them, we ain't nothing.
Well, when you're 6'8", 385 to 400, and Jay Sean, what are you, 5'11", 6 foot?
Yeah, 5'11".
So he's right in there, and they still don't see him until he's at the line of scrimmage. I mean, there's some problems going on. So and then you got Fikes and Norm coming in here about 5 foot, a little over.
It's funny you should say that.
Again, they don't see it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying is you don't see it.
You guys played the cutters, and I was in the end zone taking photos from the end zone facing. Tariq and LB lined up. You couldn't see. You could barely see Terry.
Man.
And I hear one of the Cutters' defensive players saying you're not gonna do that again. And LB's like, "Watch, we're gonna do this again." And he
did it again.
Yep.
And then that's the thing about them. Not only are they big and stout, they can move. Like, they move like they some running backs.
And they're athletic.
And they could get out on their high horse. Then you got linemen like Big Cat, who are just look like Sasquatch on the line, and he gets double team or double blitz, and he'll grab. I'm getting there. Hold on, let me put the sauce on it. He get double blitz. I seen Big Cat grab one guy here, another guy comes, he got both of them, and he just like sandwiched them together. Like, when you got stuff like that, then you got Rico playing left tackle, and he got guys that's like probably double his size sometime, little quick guys, something like that. And every game he adjusts to like what he's facing every game. And he here with it, getting that. Been working on the kick step for years, and he just our O line elite, man. I gotta say it, and not just the starting O line. We got backups too. Like, you got Devon coming in, you got Troy, you got who else? Allen. Allen is probably the shortest lineman you'll ever be in your life, and he handles 6'4" guys.
Yep, Troy too.
Like no other. Troy Orban, he what, 5'7", 5'8", something like that. Yeah. Short center, but he handles his business. Bebop could play any side of the ball and be dominant. So like our it's a testament to our O line. Like, they are elite.
Yeah. And not picking on Terry, but when Terry had that little problem last year, threw a couple interceptions. Bob come over and smacked dudes. It was Bob's a freak.
The guy who caught the interception. Bob knocked him out of bounds. Buddy got up and head was just like, so. Yeah, shout out to the O line. If Terry don't owe y'all, I do, cause for sure, man. It's
nothing.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, we already know Lake County gonna bring 8 in a box, and we're gonna come out there, I mean, we're going to adjust to that part.
For sure.
But I mean, the internal 5, you know, we're going to keep a running back in right there, 6. And I'll tell you what, if they give Terry up 2 seconds, they get TD time because our receivers ain't no joke. They're going to catch that ball. It's done.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
So, speaking of, Lake County's on the clock. Week 4, let's see who we play. Saturday,
Let's go.
4 p.m., Havenhurst Park, same place as always, home games. And you said they were trying to scout us this week at the game, right?
They was
They was on our sideline.
Wasn't no trying. They was.
They was on Facebook Live.
Yeah, they was
Well,
on.
that's the only. I mean, they had a forfeit win, so they had a week off, so they're gonna be in trouble.
Hey man, I just the camera. Yeah. If you are in Fort Wayne, you in Marion, you in Indy, you in South Bend, wherever you at, and you watching right now, even if you ain't watching, once you tune in later, I need you at this game. I want the whole city at this thing, because it's going to be a lituation.
This game
From
has
trash
serious
talk-
implications.
From trash talk to online beefs to anything you think of with football, it's going to happen on Saturday because it's going to be super lit. And it got playoff implications and everything else. So we need everybody out there, man, to just bring that intensity like we going to bring for
Home
sure.
field advantage.
For sure.
Number 1 seed.
For sure, man.
All
of that.
We want all that.
So-
Need all of it.
For real. And like y'all heard on this podcast tonight, we feed off energy. So if y'all bring that energy, you know we're gonna bring it. And we need that, so for sure. Yeah, like Kayvon said, Kayvon just chimed in on the chat. Number 1 versus number 2. And we plan on bringing this.
Well, we is the one.
No, we
We
are
are the one.
Yeah.
We are the
He
one.
said
We've
we
actually,
are.
we've actually
Hey,
played,
I'm
we've
just
actually
saying, we
played
are
all
the
3 of our games and won them, not
We
had
definitely
forfeits.
the one.
Yeah,
We definitely the one, for
They
sure.
ain't played nobody.
Right.
For sure.
Oh.
So we gonna see. We gonna see what they all about for real.
But yeah, it's been it's been talk throughout our league and other leagues about this game. So like, yeah, it's definitely
It's definitely the game to
it's
watch.
definitely a situation for
Yeah.
sure.
Definitely the game to watch.
It's Fort Wayne versus Chicago.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was gonna be.
Yeah.
And we definitely need our support from our fans there because the Lake County fans are
And
scary.
they travel. they bring everybody, cousins, aunties, uncles, everybody. They,
And a
coming.
bus.
yeah, and a bus.
And a bus.
In a
Yeah.
We
And
ain't
their
ducking.
fans are mean. They're not nice. They're mean.
Well, that's Chicago, period.
You ever been to Chicago?
Yeah.
We got cable and sister. We ain't worried about
Yeah, oh yeah. Shout out to sis. And her at name is Cheeks Dope. Shout out to her. She don't play no games. She come with that intensity too. So try her if you want to.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Talk
fun.
about K1 sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. She
Oh,
plays
yeah.
no game.
No games.
None.
So Beast Machine wants to know who the player of the game, this last game, were and why. I think you said Terry and
Terry Gardner was
Definitely.
Terry Gardner was player of the game. And we had another one too on offense, but Terry Gardner was
Well, I'd
player of the
say
game.
you put 20 as
He was 23 for 30,
5
And
touchdowns.
5 touchdowns, and he threw for 420 yards.
And he rushed for 6 yards.
And he rushed for 1.
And he had a rushing touchdown.
Rushing touchdown.
Yeah, ready. Yeah.
Put it
So
right.
that's-
Put it right over Bebop back for 6.
Dang.
And then
I think
Jamar Twin J Hutchins.
you should have been.
He brought
special
the
teams.
Yeah.
he brought the Devin Hester, the Anthony Thomas,
Tavon
Deshaun
Austin
Jackson
type.
type
Yeah.
out this game because he had. And if you follow us on Twitter, TikTok, or Facebook, we're pretty much anywhere, you seen the highlight.
I saw that.
He caught one, cut left, ran a few feet, cut back right, and then just hit the Speedy Gonzalez button
cut out.
down the sideline. So
Is he on here? I don't see his name.
I think,
it's Twin J.
I think he's even faster.
Oh, you
than Jay Sean, isn't he?
confused me all.
Yeah.
I was
He's
like,
faster than Jay
who's
Sean.
Twin J?
He's definitely faster.
He's faster. I'm sure he's faster.
I think to me, Brad said he not. Twin J is probably the fastest on the team.
Oh yeah.
When he had full throttle, I think he the fastest on the
You
team.
definitely like for sure.
Only one I would, Twin J
I
fast.
think BJ. I think BJ under.
BJ fast.
You think BJ will get him?
BJ.
No,
I didn't know.
A young BJ.
Yeah,
I didn't know
BJ
BJ
about
was that
3-4 years ago.
agile
Yeah,
his
I
first,
think.
that first game he was running. I didn't realize that was him, and he had some moves.
BJ shifty.
I'm gonna tell you something. In life, and you can learn real quick. You can be a track star, play football. Sometimes you don't pan out. But if you're football fast, that's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah,
Football fast and his field vision makes him elite.
for sure.
I mean, he finds a crevice, a crack, and all of a sudden you're like, what? All of a sudden, wow, he did it.
Oh,
And he's still the only player ever I've seen score 3 touchdowns and some low top Air Force Ones.
Yep.
Until then, I don't want to hear it from nobody.
Wow.
That's the only player I ever seen
I'm out of a car
score.
wearing the damn thing.
Yep, and put some ankle braces on and scored 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, he did.
And it was 80 plus. It wasn't no short yard. It was 80 plus 3 times. That's elite right there.
Yeah.
So
Definitely special.
Hopefully he'll
We
be
got
back.
some
He'll be
fast
back this
guys,
week,
though.
right?
Yep.
yeah.
So,
and then
man,
defense.
You didn't have Devon, you didn't have DJ, you didn't have Jack.
Yeah.
We
They'll
were
all
seven.
be back this week.
I mean,
Yeah.
let's just be real. We had probably 7 starters that wouldn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah.
there, yeah.
Yeah.
On defense alone.
Defensive MVP was Dietrich.
Dietrich.
Yeah,
Dietrich
had,
ball.
what, 2? He had 2?
2 interceptions.
Yeah.
And he really gave us momentum.
Well, he actually really has to work on his return yards. I mean, he was doing the salsa 2-step, but yeah, besides that, Dietrich, that's my boy. He's gonna get it though.
Dietrich said I just cover it, pick the ball. He said he ain't got to return it. That's what he said. As long as I catch that pick, that's all.
Earl Thomas for sure. Thomas.
E.T.
Older L. Thomas.
Yeah,
Earl Thomas.
ET phone home. That's it.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I don't know if people know Dietrich or not, but that's probably one of the quietest dudes in the world.
Until you make him mad.
No, until he puts that damn
Till he
football
put his
helmet
helmet on.
Oh,
Puts that
yeah,
helmet on,
yeah.
it's
Till
like,
he put his helmet on.
Right, totally two
I
different.
bet he didn't talk his whole high school.
What's crazy
until
is,
he went on the football field.
you know what's crazy? We after the game last week on the field, nonstop talking, everything. As soon as we left and got to peanuts to eat, he was quiet.
You say
He
what?
he ate and chilled.
I was
But
trying
when them two latches snap on his helmet, it's a whole different person. So
Mr. Beast Machine said, "Who would you compare all your players of the last game to in the NFL?"
ooh.
He's the bus.
Okay. I'll go down the list.
Hey, don't get E a bigger
We'll start
head
with
than he
E.
has, man.
We'll start with
He
E.
scored that.
If I had no,
touchdown.
but seriously though, Jay Sean's right. If I had to
real.
pick a player for what's his name, Elazar,
Yeah,
is that his real name?
yeah.
Elazar Jehu Henderson, it would be the bus
Jordan
because
Bettis?
it would be the
Sure.
bus. Jay Sean, I don't know if you know who this player is, but you remind me of a Brian Westbrook. If you remember him from
Yeah, I
the
know
Eagles.
Brian Westbrook.
Yep.
Yeah,
Eagles, his versatility and how he can catch the ball in the backfield and run hard. That's what Jay Sean remind me of. Fikes, Fikes is my Mike Allstott. That's who I compare Fikes to. Norm is your
I don't know what
your he played for the Eagles too. What's real short?
they're going to be. Sproles.
Sproles. He's your Darren Sproles. Terry is your he's your Ryan Fitzpatrick. The beard.
Ryan Fitzmagic,
Then he catch
baby.
a
beard.
Fitzmagic.
I gotta give you Fitzmagic. When Terry get hot.
Oh,
and
yeah, he
with
tee
the,
up.
With the he Ryan Fitzpatrick. Twin J is he's your Tyreek Hill.
Yeah. Tavon
Devin
Austin
Hester.
type.
Yeah. Brad's your Julian Edelman.
Just
Cause you get him going, he get crazy. Get
just
the,
with steroids.
him.
What about Nick?
speed.
yeah.
Steroids.
Nick is your home run threat. He's like we call him Lil Will Fuller. He's your home run
Oh, yeah.
threat. David is your jump ball king, so he's your.
I don't know.
It's kind of hard to compare. David got a lot of people you
Yeah.
can compare him to. I would say a shorter Mike Thomas type of,
Mike Thomas or
because he
Andre
go get the
Johnson.
ball. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a go getter. Like
And Luke, I'm giving him Calvin.
Luke is your Megatron.
Yeah, he's definitely
After his
Megatron.
and this is
After what he did to
after
Buddy.
his first game back. This is his first game back, and
His first game this year.
yes,
Yup.
he had a guy on him. I mean, blanket like
Yeah,
Luke.
He
Luke went
finally come and play a real sport instead
Luke
of
went
basketball.
up like Vince Carter and just was like, "You a pipsqueak here. I got the ball." Like,
And they try to stretch out for
yeah.
What do you have? Like 120 yards?
What's Luke like?
85.
6'6",
Yeah.
6'7", 6'6"?
I think
Nah, he
was
like 6'4", I think.
Yeah, 6'4".
Yeah,
I
he
thought
like
he was taller than
6'4",
I'm
6'5".
6'5",
Man,
so.
I was reffing flag football out there at Havenhurst, and he's over there. He's always been kind of joking with me, and he threw this ball, and he caught it above the goalpost, both hands. He come down. I said, "Where the
For sure.
I said, "Q, we got to get the contract out."
Get him down.
Get the contract.
Get
Well,
him down.
that's my family. So Luke's my cousin. So that was
Man, you
that
like
was
everybody.
that was
Yeah,
easy.
you say
Hey,
everybody's
listen,
cousin.
Listen.
I bet your Christmas list is expensive, man.
If you know
Big
me,
families, bro.
if you
Big
know
families.
me and you know the people that are connected to my family, I have a huge family, and of course, I got my own team. Of course, I'm calling all my cousins, all my brothers that play football, bro. I'm
Oh,
bringing
yeah.
everybody. Come on, like,
Listen,
Right.
It's kind of like my family. You're related to them until you get mad, and you're like, "Well, you're not related, but you call them because." No, it's.
And then what's Lamar? What's Lamar?
Lamar,
I'll tell you what now. That
Hutchins, twin,
I don't know.
Lamar.
That kid's got grit, man.
Yeah, man, he
Kind of
tough.
like Hardman on Kansas. Is that name Hardman on Kansas?
Nico Hartman.
Yeah.
Oh, Nico.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nico Hartman.
That's
Yeah,
how
Because he versatile too, and he can play both sides of the ball too.
yeah. Because he played defensive back in New Haven.
Yeah, for sure. Our O line, shoot. Lawyer is
Zeke and Dak rookie year Cowboys O line.
that's
what they
yeah.
look
Our
like.
O line is the Cowboys O line.
That
There
Cowboys.
you go, right there.
Hey, I ain't lying, man. Our defense, it's a Super Bowl winning Ravens defense. I'm just gonna put it right there.
Yeah. What year? 20?
Kayvon is Jalen Ramsey.
We
For
really,
sure.
I mean, you know what though? The thing is, when I'm in the huddle listening to these guys this year more so than it was last year, kind of input to hear these guys like, "Oh, we're scoring. You know, we got to score. Don't even worry about offense anymore. We're scoring."
Yeah.
You're going like, well, but it feels good that now we're competing with offense to put up points.
Yeah.
And we're setting the standard high. I mean, in Rat Jack we put up there, we went 4 to 5 turnovers a game, and each game we're going up higher. This week
Yep.
we asked for 5.
Yeah.
We went 5 turnovers. We went some scores, and that makes it dangerous.
Jack is remember what's the DN from the Vikings?
No, bro, Jack
Years
might be
ago.
Mark
Oh,
Gasson.
what's his last name? Like Reed or something?
Allen, no.
Allen,
Big, with the beard.
yeah.
He used to do this and then
Hey,
Allen. That's
No,
what he reminded me
Jack-
of. Jerry
Oh, he's-
Allen or like
Yeah,
a
look,
Jared Allen.
hey, look
I would
at
give
that.
him Bosa too.
No, Jack looks
Oh,
like
yeah, both, yeah.
Jack might be Mark Gasson from the Jets.
I don't know who that is.
Man,
I'm
I don't
telling
know who that is, man.
I don't know who it is either.
Except for the Jack.
When you play?
DN, New York Sack Exchange.
I'll give you Joey
Pick him
Bosa.
up.
Joey Bosa, for sure.
I like
No,
Bosa.
Jack isn't hurt.
Don't do
Bosa's
that.
always
Don't
hurt.
do
Oh my
that.
God.
Don't do
All
that.
right.
Don't do that.
Knock on wood,
That's
bro.
my Jack.
We'll do
Jack's the Wolverine of the
Oh my goodness.
one more question before we wrap things up. From Mr. Beast Machine again. Do any of the players wear certain numbers and nothing else, and why? For those who are passionate about having that number, I think the answer to that question I know is yes.
Yeah.
I know
What was the question?
Players
certain players wear certain numbers.
For sure. It's
A
I know
lot of sentimental.
I know
Yeah, a lot.
I know
Kevon just answered one of it.
Kayvon definitely Kayvon definitely wear 24 for a lot of reasons. He got, brothers and family members he's, lost and stuff like that, and that number's sentimental to him. And he even thought about changing it and went back to it just because, numbers have sentimental value to a lot of our players. BJ wore 20. He didn't wear 20 all his life for family reasons. And he in a big family too. The Reeses
Right.
and Underwood. So that number is generation wide with them. Trying to think who else. It's a lot of players who wear it.
Quay,
Yeah.
Quay has a special.
Quay. Oh yeah.
Quay.
Quay. How can I forget Quay?
I knew
Quay
Quay
is-
was the
He
one.
lost, his brother wore 15 in high
Yeah.
school, and his brother was probably one of the best linebackers I ever seen in my life.
Tez was a
And I didn't play it
dog.
everywhere. One of the
Dog.
best linebackers I ever seen in my life, and he wore number 15, and
Yeah.
lost his life, violence and stuff like that. So a lot of our players, when they request numbers and stuff like that, it's a reason why they request it.
right.
It has sentimental
You
value.
know
so.
what's amazing about that? It's a sentimental thing, but also it's also superstitious.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it was funny. I was just messing around with Norm on the sidelines. I said, "Q, man, you know what happened?" I didn't wear I set my underwear up, my game underwear. Norm was like, "You need to go back home and get them on." You know what I mean? We were laughing, but we're not lying, man. I mean, I got my own get up. I mean, I've done it since, you know, I've been in middle school. Same socks, same. I mean, I had everything laid out.
And just for everybody knowing, Jim was like looking like he's 25 when he was in middle school. I saw a picture of him.
Boy,
He looked like he was
yeah,
old enough to
I
drive.
I didn't even grow.
man
I
at
didn't
12.
even grow a damn beard until I was like 30.
Jack, you got sentiment value to your number?
No, not really.
Yeah, when I was in high school, I wore number 5 for Dick. That's why I will have number 5. A lot of us did that when I was in high school.
Yeah.
And then when I was in Metro, I wore number 1 because I was always number 1. I always wore that one. So, but yeah, 5 was always something special to me for sure.
I wore so many numbers, 65, 88. But I played a lot of positions.
Yeah.
You know, throughout the
yeah,
years.
yeah.
So.
I know 24. I wore 24. Me and if anybody know me and Marshawn got a connection. That's my guy. So I wore 24 for that. But two was my original number, and I always wore that. You know, my family wore it. So
Like I hurt my feelings when he took my 99. I was
yeah,
like,
man,
choking.
Mizzy was gonna retire his
I was
99.
taking it out of thing.
You know,
Still hurt.
so numbers period with our team have
We're
sentimental
gonna start
value.
retiring jerseys this year. We're
Oh
gonna
man,
retire.
I got a jersey collection. I put it up. I bet I'm not kidding you. 30 jerseys I played. I mean, semi-pro flag, and you try to keep the same number.
Yeah.
It's kind of where it's at, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
that's where it's at. And again, you know, what's funny is that, you know, you go back and, you know, I've saved every one of mine. Just put them up. My wife's like, throw them in the trash.
Right.
You know,
You don't
you
need
know,
those anymore.
Yeah, that's
And-
special.
So, you know, at the end, my daughter actually said something about it. She wants to make a blanket now and put all the jerseys in that part.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
So, you know, I mean,
Still
you
not
know,
idea.
you gotta do something with it. But I mean, I still got high school jersey. You know, so I mean, it's definitely something there. When you get, I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. We get kids, young men that you already pay for that number. I mean, they literally, you think it's like the pros are like, I'm gonna pay for that jersey.
Yeah.
You know, you can't do that part.
It's been situations where like players will pay double the team fee or double.
Yes.
I pay your players fee if you give me your number. So
Yep.
like,
Oh yeah.
numbers have to. But like you said, even now, like you said with the NFL, they now players can get low numbers and stuff like that, which they should have did a long time ago. But,
Definitely
Right.
did it.
I mean, now like you said, players have wore numbers from Pop Warner all the way up to now the NFL, so they
Yeah.
want to keep that tradition.
My
and stuff
kids
going.
always kept the same number in baseball and football
Yeah.
and all. Not in high school, but other sports they played. You're welcome, Mr. Beast Machine. Anytime, good questions and Omni Pro, good questions. But we're gonna wrap things up. Don't forget this Saturday, 4 p.m. Havenhurst Park versus Lake County Warriors. Big game, big implications. We need everybody out there.
Make sure you bring some chairs.
Bring
You're
some
gonna need
chairs.
lawn chairs. Make
All
sure.
that. It's gonna be a movie.
It's
We
gonna
got,
be a
we
movie.
got bleachers, but
Yeah.
it's gonna fill up, so you might want to.
Well, if the
bring
offense is
some
on the
chairs.
sidelines, they can't see anyway. So you
For
might as
sure,
well-
yeah.
Yeah.
Them big hog
Oh,
mouths.
don't even
sitting
bring a
back there.
seat because you probably won't stay seated long anyways. It's
Yeah.
gonna be an exciting
Yeah,
game.
it's gonna
Oh,
be
yeah,
a
it's
show,
gonna be
man.
it's gonna be a good game.
We're trying to go live this week. Hopefully, Jim's generator won't fall out of his truck.
It's coming.
Okay.
Like,
Maybe
comment,
maybe we'll get the
subscribe.
drone out, huh, Jim? The drone.
Drones, I got two coming.
Ooh,
Got 2.
Hey.
Talk about head of photography here. I'm telling you,
So-
you're bright.
Hey,
I've been asking you for weeks to let me fly the drone. You keep telling me no.
I'm trying to get you to take some pictures.
I do take pictures.
crickets. No, I'm
It's
just
it's going good.
Hey, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter, FW Wolverines, FW_Wolverines. My bad. Same for all of them. Instagram, FW_Wolverines. TikTok, FW_Wolverines. And on Facebook, our 2 pages, Fort Wayne Wolverines. Holla at us, bro.
And
Like us up.
Omni Pro says, "Be there or be square."
You heard it.
Right, Omni Pro. All right, we'll see you guys next week, 6:30 on Monday. We'll have a fun show for recap for game 4, week 4.
Just dub.
For real.
It's time. It's time to face some adversity. Look around you. You are here now, in the present time of greatness. I stand here, I look into your eyes, and I feel the spirit of a warrior. I feel the spirit of a gladiator. You have not come this far to come this far. You have not sacrificed the hours, days, weeks, months to taste defeat. You have the warrior spirit in your soul. You have the warrior mindset. And you owe it to your brother, standing right next to you. I want you to lock arms, lock hands for the next 4 quarters of your life. It's gonna be hard. You're gonna make mistakes. But you're also gonna get the opportunity to right those wrongs and bounce back from those mistakes. When you fall, get back up. Rise. And that's why this is the greatest game on earth. You men get the chance to step into that coliseum, that stadium. You get the privilege, the honor to compete for your team. Your brothers that you're holding hands with today, your brothers of the past, and more importantly, your brothers of the future. You get the ability to showcase your talents and ability.